What's good, everybody? This your boy Mike coming to you with another awesome episode of Reality Warpers. Alright, now, looking over my last video, looking at how amazing I look and everything like that, I felt the need to do a part 2 to the Sacral Chakra. Alright, so this is my part 2 talking about the Sacral Chakra. So, in my last video, I said that the Sacral Chakra also governs not only the emotions, but I said that it governs the sexual organs, and I also said that it controls our creativity. Okay, now I have other videos. I have another video that I have made. You need to check that out. If you haven't checked it out, I might drop it in the description below, so look out in the descriptions below, where I was speaking about your sexual energy. And on that video I was explaining, because you have a high sex drive, that does not mean that you're, a bad person, or you're weird, or that kind of thing, or anything like that. It just means that you are a very powerful creator. Okay, so I wanted to get into the power of sex and its creative power, the power to create things out of sexual energy. Okay, and I felt like this video definitely needed its own video, because putting it in the last video definitely would have been extremely long. So the power of sex, going to the guys first. I know you have heard of practices called semen retention. Okay, now the purpose of semen retention is not only to not have sex, to hold your seed. It is to be used on whatever your purpose is at the time. So when you understand what your purpose is, you, instead of having sex, put all of your energy and efforts and emotions into whatever that purpose is. Okay, so just giving a little demonstration, Mike Tyson said he went 5 years without having sex. Okay, but look at how dominant Mike Tyson was, as a boxer. Went down in history, and there's other, athletes that have been quoted of saying that they have practiced semen retention as well. And that's just you holding that energy in and using that energy for something else. Don't just hold it in. It's not just holding it in and being celibate and just not having sex. That energy is just boiling in you if you don't use it for something. Okay, so you have to find different ways to use that energy. A lot of us use it for working out, running, and just different things like that. Use it for other things. Use it for writing. Use it for, if you're a singer, sing or something. Record yourself singing or rapping, or go to the studio, that kind of thing. If you're a thinker, whatever, research, do some studying or something like that. Start writing out some ideas. Write. Make it plain. Write out all of your thoughts. Just have a journal. Get a journal. I have a journal here. This is a journal. I keep all of my little notes and everything that I'll be writing and all of that kind of stuff. I just write. Just different stuff, things that I think of and talk about on here. I put my thoughts down on there. Sometimes I've just freestyled the videos like I'm doing right now, or sometimes I go into my thoughts and I get the book and I teach out of my thoughts. Okay, so if you're a thinker like that, write all your thoughts out. When you have that sexual urge, that tension built up and stuff like that, or just when you really get serious with yourself, now it's time to start building whatever your purpose is into a business, broadening it out, playing around with technology and broadening yourself out. Consume your time and your energy and your emotion into whatever that purpose is. Okay? So all of that creativity, all of that sexual energy, because it's imbalanced, your sacral chakra is imbalanced when all you are doing is overindulging yourself in sex, pornography, and all of that kind of stuff like that. You are imbalancing that chakra and you're using it for the wrong things. How do you feel when you release that semen? Once you're releasing it too much, you feel tired, you feel sluggish. You cannot produce properly by feeling that way. Okay? Women, same thing with you. You have sexual reproductive organs too. That's just as important, of course, because you bring the new life in. But this is the thing with you all. You all are emotional beings. You all are governed by your emotions. That is not a bad thing. I don't understand why women feel like when a dude say that to them, you are governed by your emotion, that is a bad thing. It is looked at as bad because it's not explained to you properly. Because you are governed by your emotions, that means that your magnetic pull is stronger naturally. You can naturally like call things into your life with ease. With sometimes not even having to do anything. Think about how many times, you sit there and you didn't have to do much, but you can get a man to do everything for you, like just do all of these things for you, and you really don't do too much. Of course you're not gonna do that with every person that you run into, but just think about how many of those different little men that you run into and you really didn't have to do much, whatever, but because your feminine energy, he just want to do things for you. You are governed by your emotion. So the things that you think of, it magnetizes even faster. Okay? But this is the thing. You all are the teachers and the nurturers. Okay? You are the teachers and the nurturers. So because of that, what you teach the young, the kids, is what is actually changing the entire world. Think about this. What a child is taught, what they are brought up with growing up, is what develops that child into whatever they are as an adult. What are they grown up around? Are they in a two-parent household or not? Not only are they in a two-parent household, how is those two parents reacting to each other in that two-parent household? How are they communicating with each other? How are they communicating with the child? Are they on agreements with a lot of things? Is there a lot of love being shown in the environment? Whatever. Is it clean? Is the environment clean? Is it safe? That kind of thing. And some of that definitely revolves around the men, which is why it's so important to make sure that you focus on getting yourself together first. Men, withhold that sex, put it on your passion, put it on your purpose, grow yourself so that you may be able to provide your family with the safest environment that you can possibly make. The less stress environment. Listen, as less stress as you put on a woman, that's the more her magnetic pull draws. Let me tell you what and this, man, listen, let me tell you, it gets real deep with this. With marriage, the reason why marriage is so important when it comes down to a man and a woman is because when you put those two together and they're on a certain agreement, I know you've heard plenty of times, behind every strong man there's a strong woman, that kind of thing. Okay, listen. When a man wants something and he's going after something, he's going after his desires, he's going after his purpose. When he got a strong woman behind him that's giving his thoughts energy, meaning believing in him, believe in, no matter how big his dream looks, if you just believe in him, because you are governed by your emotions, you give that extra push to help his dreams become reality. Yes, a man can do it by himself. It's just going to be a lot harder. He's going to have to go through a lot more, struggles. He's going to have to experience a lot more on his own. Nobody is meant to be alone. But when he got that woman behind him, pushing and motivating him, believing in him, keeping him in a calm, peaceful mindset, so when he come home, he's fed properly. That means he's eating properly. That means you are taking care of his body. You are taking care of his body because you are feeding him. That's how it's supposed to be. You feed him, you cook food, or whatever, and you feed him. Okay, so whatever his body is developing in is because of what you are giving him. You give him positive energy. Even in your cooking, they say you can taste your emotions in the food. Okay, so by you cooking and feeding him, you are giving him energy, and it's developing his body and his mind in a specific way. His environment is clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness. He can process things better. He can create, because godlike powers is creating, creativity, creation. Okay, so cleanliness is next to godliness. Clean his environment, keep his environment clean, so when he get home he can process information. He's fed well, so he can think properly. He's not stressed. And by doing so, he can put you in a position where none of you are stressed. You, your family, the family after them, because the bigger his goal is, once he achieve it, that's just finances for generations. That's not just finances for you. You do it properly. Of course everybody deserves great gifts and vacations and all that kind of stuff once they get to that certain point. But at the same time, you have to understand, I do have other universes I am nurturing and taking care of. The kids are in whole nother universes. You just help that man create a reality. Okay, you gotta help the kids create a reality too. But guess what? You benefit off of it all. You slab dab right in the middle. And you making benefits off of it all. Just by being you. Being who you are in your nature. The emotional being that you are. The sexual being that you are. Even when you are having sex, bro. When you are... we all dudes. I call everybody bro, and some girls feel offended when I call them bro. And then I think about Good Burger, the movie Good Burger. I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, we all dudes, bro. So don't take no offense to it. But when you are having sex, the orgasm is a burst of creative energy. Two souls are connecting at that time. Okay? Two souls are connecting. Don't think about it like two bodies. Okay, right now we're going to take it into a spiritual state. Two souls are connecting right now during this sexual intercourse. At the time of orgasm, there's a burst of energy from both spirits. Okay? It goes through the mental first, the spiritual. Okay? So you are basically, whatever your thoughts are at that time, the magnetic energy at that time of orgasm is magnetized so much because of that burst. Just think about a volcano. Just think of a volcano. At that time of eruption, poof, so much comes out at one time, and it's just everywhere. Okay? Think of, catching the pun or whatever. I didn't even think about it like that, but stop. But anyway, that emotional burst at the time, it's like, you trying to keep it PG-13, you ever had that orgasm where you cried? Like, that's an emotional burst that you had so strong at the time that, spiritually it was so strong that physically the effect of it came out as you came out in tears. Okay? So like that emotional bursting, when the two souls get on one accord and they connect in that way, you believe so much in him and his dreams and his goals and stuff. When he come home and you got his house clean, you got his food prepared for him, when he go and take a shower and he brush off all of that negative energy that he had to endure throughout the world today, the fight of the world that he had to go through, and he's getting his thoughts and things together, this is your time now to put him in the mood for the next day. Late at night and early in the morning, you are in theta wave mindset. So by putting him to sleep, and you know what I mean, by putting him to sleep properly, massaging him, keeping his mind, calm and collective, no arguing, we ain't finna bring up the past or none of that kind of stuff, and put him to sleep. He wakes up, he not gonna wake up on the wrong side of the bed. So he's not gonna draw that negative energy to him. It's a cycle, bro. It's a cycle. And you do that for him every single day. You stay strong, just like the strong woman that you are, the strong emotional sexual being that you are. You stay strong. Not only will you benefit from what he creates out of that reality, but if you do the same thing with your kids, by nurturing them, teaching them properly, teaching them how to love properly, they seeing every day what you are doing for your husband, for your man, whatever. They are seeing what love is, seeing what love is when it's received, how you feel when you receive the proper love, when you receive the proper nutrients, when you receive certain benefits from just being who you supposed to be, then you creating an entire universe that's going to eventually change the world. Because when a man get into his purpose, every purpose is meant to benefit the human race, whether that's a small amount, a medium amount, or a large amount. The person that created Tom Ford, the person that created the first car, he put his passion, his purpose changed the world, and it's generations of wealth that he created out of that. Doctors, same thing. They are benefiting the human world in the human race in some kind of way. They might not have Tom Ford money, but they're very well off. They're very well taken care of. Their family and their kids are very well taken care of. So whatever your purpose is, it have to benefit and help humans in some kind of way. So what, as much love and energy that you give him, that's the bigger that purpose and that goal is going to grow, therefore causing more of a financial income to come in. Yes, it's going to be struggles. Yes, it's going to be heartaches. No, it's not going to be microwaved. But when you hold on, when you fight through, going through that cycle, the caterpillar, you're a small little worm, then you go through the cocoon, but you come through all that struggle, stress, and turmoil and stuff. You hiding from the birds and people stepping on you and kids, bothering with you. All that little stress and turmoil that you had to go through as a caterpillar. You went through that cocoon stage, the lowest moments of your life. Sometimes having, being in long-term relationships or marriages or something, you have so many low points. But if you could just hold fast and break through that cocoon, help him break through that cocoon. Bro, the butterfly effect is just crazy. You can't look at, oh, I shouldn't have to be your mother. I shouldn't have to be if that's the case, then why does a man have to take care of you if you don't want to be looked at as a child? But he have to father you. He have to take care of you and do everything for you. That's childlike. So we're not looking at it like that. We're looking at it the proper way. I'm helping you. You're helping me. We're a team. We're on one accord. Two souls that are on one accord, and we are creating an entire reality, an entire universe. And while we're doing that together and making other universes, making other kids along with that, we're helping changing the future. All right? So that sacral chakra is extremely important to balance. Okay? So, that's my spiel on the sacral chakra. And my next video, I said it last time, but my next video will be about the solar plexus. Alright? So, it just get deeper and deeper from this point. Y'all catch me next time. Peace.